Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Tanner. Welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to be going over my newest purchase, endeavor, project, whatever you want to call it. My 1984 C4 Corvette. And what I'm going to go over in this video is basically why I got it, what it needs done to it, what's my end goal with it, and everything like that. So I guess starting off how I got it, it was from a guy right a town over. I wasn't it wasn't the greatest deal in the world. You're not going to hear about like me getting it for like $2 grand or anything like that. I paid $4,800, which is probably a little bit more than I should have with all the issues it has and basically the fact that it's an 84 and these aren't really the greatest in the world for like performance, reliability, and all that. But I figured it was a town over. I could drive it home same day on the plates, and we wouldn't have any issues. So that's why I kind of went with it. And I've been looking for a project car for a while, so this was like the perfect opportunity for me personally to have like a little something I can tinker on, you know, when I get home from work and all that. But let me bring you guys around for a tour. All right, we're going handheld here, so bear with shaky hands and all that. But here it is. Original paint from what I can tell. I mean, it's definitely showing its age. With I don't know if you can see a crack right there. Right there, there's a crack in the clear coat. Not really much of a, not really too big of a deal. It does have like pinstriping on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's was like a package back then or something like that. All the rest of the paint is in pretty decent shape. There's like a little bit of the pinstriping wearing off down here, and the kid who had it before me waxed this and got high spots everywhere. So I gotta go around and get all like the little white spots off, but it's probably a good example of it somewhere. I got some of it off, but not all of it. I mean, right down there is, get all that white stuff. It's all like chalky and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely high spots where he waxed it and did a half decent job. But here is where the clear coat's peeling on this side. But I mean, apart, I know we'll go back to the tour after, but apart from all the issues it has, this thing is an absolute dream. As with any older car, especially these are known to have weather stripping problems. This is not exempt from that. I tried to wash it in my garage or out the driveway, and it was just, you know, trickling in from the window up at the top. I took the top off because I want to see how to take it off because it was my first time taking it off, but it was leaking from all up here where the window meets the top of the target top. And yeah, so I ordered new weather stripping for all around the bottom of the door because it's starting to come off down there too. All around these doors, all around the windshield too. This isn't too bad around the windshield, but I'll just replace it anyway because it comes with the kit. Off of weather stripping, this light also needs to be replaced. Basically all that needs to be replaced with this is all little stuff that's cosmetic, nothing that's actually detrimental to me driving it. But here, let me grab the keys. Oh, hit the big ass mic on the door. Key in here. I'll show you my absolute favorite part. Another reason I took an 84 over one of the newer ones is these freaking, there we go, antenna's up. Antenna actually works, by the way. I know a lot of people's doesn't and just stays up. But these gauges are the coolest thing in the entire freaking world. You get your engine RPMs, you got your tach, then you get your speed, and then you can change these ones with these controls right here. You can change whatever you want to look at. So on the top left, let me focus. It goes from oil pressure to oil temp. You can turn it off if you don't want. That's just the how it sits when it idles. Right side, top right, coolant temp, and then volts. Turn that off too. Bottom left, range, and then trip odometer, and then you got your instant fuel mileage, and then average fuel mileage. So all these buttons work except for the reset on this side. Somebody pushed it in too hard and it won't reset. But everything else works. You can switch it from freedom units to baguettes per mile or whatever the hell. And then all the gauges switch over. So flip it up, flip it down, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure that stays the same. Yeah, nothing changes. The guy who had it before me did put in a aftermarket radio, which is kind of nice, but the speakers they're definitely 1984 speakers. Down at the climate controls, everything works except for the AC, and I think that needs a new compressor because the clutch does not pull in at all, which stinks, but everything else in pretty good condition. The little ashtray still in here. It had the cigarette lighter in the hole, but it was all GFS green fuzzy stuff, so I took that out. All the window motors work. All the windows go up and down. Down on that side. Down on that side. The power mirrors work. It has power seats on my side, the driver's side, and those work fine. The seat you sit on and the lumbar support in the back all works. In here, there's a couple like just spare things the guy before me didn't put in. Rear hatch works perfect. All the struts are in good condition. Did come with, I'm thinking this is original Corvette manual, which I thought was pretty cool. These rugs are in pretty good condition. I'm thinking somebody I don't know what's original, what's not, because these are all gray carpet. And then in the back, it's like a baby blue. So no idea what's actually original to it. All the lights work. The check engine light is not on. It's just showing you the bulb is still lit up. The kid did say it had the parking brake was stuck on, but these are really weird. I'm not gonna pull it up to show you, but these are really weird for how they like work. So you pull it up once to engage it, and then you could push it back down so you can actually get out, because it would block you getting in and out. And then you pull it up a third time, and then you put it down for a fourth time to actually put it down and disengage it. So I think somebody had it stuck on and they just absolutely smoked the e-brake in the back. So those, it doesn't hold the car like whatsoever. But I got the Targa top back here right now, but that's all in good condition. The kid did replace these seals around the top, so these are pretty new, but it still leaks. So maybe, I don't know. I'm replacing all the door seals anyway because they're all shot. But I'm not sure if these are new too. I think these are new, but these aren't. There's ants absolutely living in this thing. So once I take out the weather stripping, those ants should be no more, but they're definitely less than what I had it. The little light on that side is supposed to be like a little grill like that side, but I was trying to pop it back into place last night, and I broke one of the clips off the back. Oh, come on, focus. No, not on my hand. I tried to put it back in, broke one of the clips, but it's like a $20 part off of Zip Corvette, so I'll probably order that sometime or just try to fix that one. I think it does have an aftermarket exhaust on it. It sounds very, very nice. The hanger is broken on this side though. So this side droops a little bit more than that side. But the doors open and close, both absolutely fine. The light works on this side perfectly fine. All the doors open and close fine. The unlocks, power locks, and everything work fine. Seat belts work fine. The driver's seat is a little wonky. It's like very loose, so I'll probably dive into that later. But the fuel door works fine. There was standing water back here for a while, so this little filler neck is a little bit crusty, but I don't think that should be an issue at all. The kid who had it before me didn't know there was a little drain right there and never bothered to clean it out, the little circle thing. Never bothered to clean it out, so when I was cleaning it, I put a little screwdriver in there, cleaned it out, worked fine after that. But yeah, all the lights work and everything, even the pop-up headlights work absolutely fine. down. I did have to replace that one's bulb, and yeah. So now we'll go into the engine section. I'll tell you guys a little bit about that. So here in the engine area, we have what I believe was only 1 year that they made these engines. I think it's the L86 or something like that, or the L something. And it has what they call crossfire injection, which I heard one guy say is absolute crap, but it seems to work fine. I don't see any issues with it. The first thing I did do when I got this, I saw when I was looking at it, the serpentine belt, which is basically the belt that runs your water pump, power steering pump, alternator, your AC, your a numerous amount of things in cars. That was, I'll show you guys what it looked like. It is all cracked. And focuses. Yep, it's all cracked. And if this snaps in half, you basically, all your shit is just running off of hopes and dreams. So that was the first thing I did. I was actually looking through the back of this, and it has two little compartments back there. And I was looking through them, and I was just cleaning out, doing a quick vacuum. And I was cleaning them out, and I opened up one of them, and it has like a little box under it. So I take out the little box to clean it, and lo and behold, under there is a brand new serpentine belt, probably from the 90s or something like that. I think I have the box. I don't have the box anymore, but it was a very retro-looking GM part box, so I can only imagine it was probably from the 90s when this should have been done, but 30 years later, the belt was, I guess, tried and true, and nobody ended up replacing it. But everything else, everything in here, everything works fine except for, like I said, the AC compressor, which is right here. This little clutch is supposed to be in, and then the whole entire thing rotates with the belt, but unfortunately I think the electromagnet in there that's supposed to pull the clutch in is not working for some odd reason. So that needs to be replaced, and then it probably needs a recharge too if it's never been recharged in its 40-year-old lifespan. Another thing is these wipers. I think they're too big. I think these might be 20 inches, and I think I need 19-inch wiper blades. So I do have a Rock Auto order going on right now. So I did order some smaller ones of those, but these are like the crappiest wiper blades. I wouldn't be surprised if they sold these at the dollar store. These are so awful wiper blades. I still need to clean all in there. But just in general, this thing is absolutely flawless, knock on wood. The cardboard's wood. Other than like the serpentine belt and that headlight, I've had no issues whatsoever with this. I actually haven't driven it a whole lot because I still need to get it registered and all that. But from what I've done putting around the neighborhood and giving people rides around, it has no problem at all. It seems like it's going to be loads of fun. It only has 205 horsepower, but that seems like more than enough for this little car. It definitely feels zippy. But the cool thing about this is it has a huge clamshell hood. So this entire thing comes up sort of backwards that a regular car does, which is pretty cool. And then the wheels are recessed into like this compartment area, so they're kind of flush with the body. I know a lot of people have problems with turning radiuses in these because of how they're set up and all that, but I don't know, I haven't driven enough to even have an input on that. But these tires, I think they were from 2018, the date stamp on these was. But the tread, there's definitely still tread left, and there's no signs of like dry rotting or anything on the sides. What else? There is quite a bit of grease up top on these ball joints. So I don't know if the kid greased them and absolutely greased the shit out of them, but I don't know. I still got to put it up on a lift and change the oil. The oil is... Come on, focus. Try to do this two-handed here. Come on, one-handed. so close. Come on. Let's go off of here. There we go. Definitely brown. That is not what you want your oil to look like. Come on. Come on. Oh, so close. Come on. Okay. So, I still got to do an oil change and check over everything. But all in all, no complaints with this thing. It does have, totally forgot to tell you the most important part. It's got 149,000 miles on it. Which leads me to believe it lived a long and good life in somebody else's hands before it changed hands to mine. So, yeah, I'll put you guys back on the tripod. We'll talk about future plans, what I want to do with this, and all that. Oh, hold up. Perfect. All right, so future plans, what I want to do with this car. First, I want to restore it back to, like, its original glory. So, like, I want to fix the weather stripping. I want to make sure all the lights work. I want to make sure the AC works and all that. I wanted to make sure everything works as it should have and functions as it should have. Whether that be, replacing the shocks because they're probably original, 40 years old. Anything else that needs to be replaced, replace it. And then go into, like, make it my own kind of deal. So, like, I don't really like this paint too much. I mean, I don't mind it, but there was a blue color they made for this like generation of the C4 Corvette, and I think it's a very, very, very cool blue. And I'm a big fan of metallic paint, and I'm not sure, this doesn't really look too sparkly to me. It might have been repainted. I have no idea. I tried to look up the Carfax, but all it had on it was like, oh, odometer reading, brought it to a Jiffy Lube, and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So I want to try to get it painted like the blue color, whether that be, later on down the road, like a year or two, or, I was thinking I'm not going to drive in the wintertime, so perfect time to put it away for a couple months and have somebody paint it would be wintertime. So I was thinking about doing that, but as of right now, it needs nothing to be, to drive from Massachusetts to California, figuratively speaking, but yeah, I think it's going to be a cool, fun car. On the subject of, like, performance mods, I do not know. I'll see what other people have done and see if there's some, cheap and simple ways to mod these out. But I don't want to toss too much money into it just in case, later on down the road I need to sell this. I don't want to be upside down, like, $5,000 in it. Which, right now, I could probably sell it for, as much as I bought it for and, replace all the parts in it and do all that. But other than that, restore it, make it my own, and then if I want to sell it, that'd be a good time to part with it or invest in it more and make it like a crazy track machine or something like that. I always wanted like a track car. This could be a good contender for that, but I always liked like rallycross type of things with smaller cars, and this is kind of it's not a huge car, but it's not a small car. So it's like it kind of would be more of a track instead of like an endurance kind of obstacle course. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, it's all around a great car. I am satisfied with my purchase. I probably could have gotten it for less if I really wanted to, but for the convenience factor of it, it was right, basically at my doorstep. I couldn't find anything closer than that, and for the price, it was pretty reasonable, I feel. Would I have, if I could have talked them down a little bit, I could have probably got it for like $1,000 less. But I feel where I was at, it didn't really warrant that much because it ran and drove and it worked fine. All it needed was basically, the kid left it for dead in his driveway, so all it needed was like a good wash off, and the paint's in pretty decent shape other than like the cracks and all that. But all it needed was just a little bit of attention, and it brought it, back to life. And it's, once I get, fresh gas in it, I'll put some like 93 in it. I think people were saying it runs best on, so I'll put some 93, change the oil, make sure all the fluids are good and all that. And then once that's all situated, once I get it registered, I'll take it to car shows and all that and have an absolute blast with it while I'm still, fixing it and doing all the regular stuff. And then, I'll even, might as well make a little YouTube series out of it, even if, a couple people watch. Because all the people I see working on these things, never have like a good camera angle. They're always like, oh, take off this and then blah 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 blah, and it just magically appears off the car. And it's like, well, for somebody like me who has somewhat of a mechanical background, you know, it would be helpful for somebody to see like, oh, okay, just pull this off. It's as simple as doing this. You know, for some people it's common sense, but for other people it's not. But yeah, so like when I do the weather stripping, I'll, you know, record that. I want to do like spark plugs on it because they probably haven't been done since it rolled off the showroom floor back in 1984. So I want to do all like the stuff that should have been done at 100 to 150,000 miles. So I'll keep up updating YouTube, and I'll keep recording it. And when I bring it to a car show, or you know, I'm taking somebody for a test drive, I'll pop in a GoPro or something, or set it up on the dash or something, and then, you know, do like a little recording thing. And yeah. But for anybody who was curious, this is the new Vette. This is the new build. Have a blast with it. Come along for the ride. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you did make it this far, let me know. Let me know in the comments. It was a lot longer than I expected. I was expecting this to be like 5-10 minutes, but this has probably turned out to be a 15-minute video. Which, I mean, to talk all about this, it's an absolute pleasure for anybody who's interested in, you know, getting into cars, or, you know, they just bought a C4 like I did, and they want to see what I'm doing and how to do it. Or maybe, you know, somebody else is doing it at the same time I'm doing it, and then I can watch them, or, you know, they can watch me or whatever. I don't know, crazy dreams, crazy stuff going on lately. But thanks so much for watching. Once again, if you did make it this far, leave a little comment down below. Let me know. Have a good rest of your day, guys.